Tryna come through, get some cool shit. Got a bottle, yeah, do say. You gon' let me hit her, you gon' play around. I need just gon' stay down. You wanna start the make sounds. It takes it fast enough, I'm about to call her.
You're listening to WMXV St. Joseph, Tennessee, W286DV 105.1 FM, Florence, Alabama, and WARB 700 AM, W290DG 105.9 Dothan, Alabama.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams is skipping the Democratic primary and running as an independent, saying dropped federal charges dragged on too long. He's speaking today at the National Action Network convention. Black Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott's $4.6 billion budget plan for 2026 is now with City Council. It closes an $85 million gap without raising property or income taxes, focusing on youth, safety, and neighborhood growth. The plan uses new fees, cost cuts, and agency savings to balance the budget. The University of Michigan Alumni Association will fund scholarships for more than 300 underrepresented students after the Lead Scholars program was cut due to Trump-era guidance targeting DEI efforts. And rapper Young Thug's probation is at risk after prosecutors claim he posted a photo of a DA investigator. They've asked a judge to revoke it. He denies any threats, saying he's a good person. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
A moment in Black history. William Tucker was the first known Black person to be born in the 13 colonies. That was a moment in Black history.
Knox Media Group weather. Download our apps today. Music Muscle of the Shoals 105.1 FM and WKAX 1500 AM. Currently 85 degrees. The forecast for this evening, cloudy and breezy. And the temp 77. Overnight, lots of clouds with some breeze, with a slight chance of rain. Temps about 72. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy. The temp about 84. Saturday, some cloud cover and windy. The temp 84. We are the Knox Media Group, Music Muscle of the Shoals, 105.1 FM and WKAX 1500 AM. Bringing you the beats and the weather on the go.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Oh God.
It's hump day.
All right, and you're tuning in to 105.1.
The music muscle of the show.
And V 105.9.
The vibe.
The baddest radio station from North Alabama to South Alabama. Make sure you download our app. That's Knox Media Group. And follow us on YouTube, Knox Media Group. We'll be right back. We got a great show for you today.
Got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got the candidate for mayor for Florence, Alabama that's in with us today. So y'all make sure you keep it locked in. Call a friend, call a neighbor, let them know that we are live on 105.1.
The music muscle of the show.
NV 105.9.
The vibe.
There's been so many things that's held us down. But now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go. And where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together. We're polishing up our act. If you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're rolling up. Ain't no stopping us now. We got to do. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know. Ain't stopping us now. We've got to. We got it. I know you know someone that has a negative vibe. And if you're trying to make it, they only push you aside. They really don't have nowhere to go. Ask them where they're going, they don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put our show together. We're gonna polish up our act. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. No. We're moving, we're grooving. We're moving, yeah. We're grooving. Moving, go. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know we love you. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Love you. Ain't no stopping us now. Oh no. I'm on the move. I really got that groove. I know. We've got the groove. Let you on the move. No need in trying, no, 'cause I ain't buying. No. Don't try to stop us, no. Got the groove. I really got that groove. No need in denying, well, I ain't lying. I know. It's been far too long, well. Ain't no stopping us. It's been far too long, y'all. Just doing me while I get along. Yeah. We're leaving the negative people way behind. 'Cause it ain't no. Please. Don't make me stop. See, I don't know where we're going or where we're gonna end up. I'm moving on. But see, we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying over and over. Yeah. I said it ain't no stopping us. See, it ain't no way. We won't kind of polish up. Keep us down. See, our time has finally came around. So we're on the move. We really got our groove. We're moving straight. We got it.
All right, guys, since I figured out what the day is, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
You're tuned in to 105.1
The music muscle of the show.
and V 105.9.
The vibe.
Dothan, Alabama. All right, guys. We got a lot going on here in our different communities. We got this bipolar weather. That's one thing going on.
Man, this weather's so crazy.
I mean, I was looking at the weather this morning and I'm like, you can't go wrong with it. Under yesterday we was under flood
freeze
warning in April. And then this morning I was looking at the weather and I'm like, oh my goodness.
And today I'm about to fall out. It's hot.
Well, you know what that's from, Mom. You moved around a little bit today.
Woo, moving. And that coffee.
Oh, yeah. You're on your new coffee. But this week in Dothan, we're going to have some pretty good weather. 70 degrees all weekend.
What?
It's going to be 70 degrees today, 77 on tomorrow, 72 on Friday and Saturday. It's going to be 67 degrees, but it's still going to be nice weather for the Spring Fest.
All right. And that's Southern Alabama.
That's right. So, and then on Sunday, it's going to be 73 degrees. So the weather look like it's going to go back up as of next week. So Mona, don't put your Daisy Dukes up yet. You
Girl.
I know you had them on last week.
Books and Dukes.
That's right. So this week
You saying I had some Daisy Dukes on last week?
Last week it was warm.
I hope you took a picture of it.
So this week, don't put them up. So what the weather looking like here in Florence?
In Florence, Alabama, as of right now, it's 59 degrees. The humidity is 34. To me, it's hot. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it's hot. The wind is not so bad. It's like 5 miles per hour. Today is supposed to get up to 67 high, 50 low. Thursday, 74. So it's going to be warmer Thursday, but it's a chance of rain. Friday is a chance of rain, high 63, low 44. And Saturday, nothing but sunshine. It's 64 degrees high and 42 low. Sunday the same, but Sunday gonna be hot. It's gonna be 73 degrees.
That's what I'm saying. They got to get ready for the boost. They got to get ready for our event on Sunday.
The Southern Soul Concert and Motorcycle Roundup. That's
I'm ready.
April the
Are
13th.
you ready?
I stay ready.
Okay, so y'all make sure y'all go ahead and get your tickets for this coming Sunday. April. I want to say August. Why? Why? I'm trying to push the year
You're in
away.
that seat. You know when you get in that seat, you forget what month it is.
I know. So make sure y'all get your tickets for this coming Sunday for April the 13th. It's going down at the Clarion Inn. And I know a lot of people say, well, don't nobody want to travel over to the Clarion. Yes, y'all do. Come on now. Let's have a good time.
Okay.
Put your boots on the ground. It's going down. Jeter Jones, Tasha Mack will be in town this weekend. And I promise you, a lot of people been saying they can't wait to see Jeter.
They want to see the black horse, I believe.
That's what you want to see.
No. I always wanted a pony, though. I did.
Did you want a pony?
Yeah, I wanted a pony when I was young.
You want a pony or a horse?
When I was younger, I wanted a pony, but I want a horse now.
Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all get ready for April the 13th. It's going down in the shows area where we're going to have, I'm excited about Jeter.
I am too. He's a veteran of Southern Soul. He's something like the Godfather.
Yeah,
he's been around for a while.
And then he's an actual veteran.
Really?
An actual veteran.
Okay.
So I'm excited about him coming out on this coming Saturday. So make sure you get your tickets. I know people saying, well, I'm going to wait till Sunday. Hey, get your tickets now because I'm telling you, VIP is like VIP.
Hey, you better come on and get those VIP tickets before it's too late.
I mean, because they are selling fast. So make sure you go ahead and get your tickets. You can visit our website. That's www.knoxmediagroup.org. Or you can call us here at the station, 256-712-2888, and we will assist you in getting your tickets. So make sure you go ahead and do that because you don't want to miss out on another great event.
Yes, because VIP get cookies.
Oh, my goodness. We're not going to even ask. But listen, see, Mona put me speechless so much. They will witness the cookies up front. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, so make sure y'all go ahead and get your tickets. She even got the mayor candidate blushing over here today. I tell you, she do it. So y'all make sure you go ahead and get your tickets. We got a lot going on here in the shows. We know it's election season. And today we have
What do we have?
the one and only CJ McCoy is in the house. And CJ, go ahead and tell them a little bit about you and who you are and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And before I do so, I want to thank the entire Knox family for inviting me out today to just simply share my own personal journey and, what led me up to this point today. But a little bit about myself is I'm born and raised from the Florence City area, Florence, Alabama, the youngest of 4 brothers. And I come from a military family. We have pretty much spent the entirety of our lives growing up on the countryside of Florence, kind of on the outskirts. And now I'm also a young father to my beautiful 4-year-old daughter, Celeste. And now I'm currently on the path of running for mayor of Florence, Alabama. So I'm just enjoying this process of, just soaking in so much wisdom from the mentors and from the community members who have given me so much just knowledge throughout the years. All of my personal life experiences have led me up to this moment right now. So it's just very good. It's such a blessing to be able to have this platform to serve as an inspiration for those who are up and coming, but also those who have came before me. So I'm just enjoying this process and just the opportunity to come and speak to everyone today.
Okay. All right. Well, I like to dive in. I'm one of them kind.
Well, let me ask my question before you dive in, because you ain't gonna let me speak.
I'm gonna let you speak. We're gonna take turns today.
Well, the question I wanted to ask him, you're a young man. I mean, like very young. What made you decide to jump into this politician stuff?
That's
political stuff.
A very reasonable question. Believe it or not, I don't come from a political background. I come from a family that's very strong on faith and stepping outside of your comfort zone and striving to achieve goals that you set for yourself. And, although I am 23 years old, I'll be 24 this Friday.
Okay.
Although I am still fairly young, I do want to make it very clear that my age within itself doesn't necessarily define the amount of maturity I have or the amount of wisdom that I'm able to receive from other people. So essentially, this is just me taking all of my life experiences and just being able to share it on a much larger platform. So running for mayor within itself, it can be discouraging to some people on the outside looking in, but I feel very comfortable pursuing a path like this because I've taken the time to just go down my own introspective journey of relearning myself. And just breaking those barriers, that I've had in my own family lineage and serving as a source of inspiration, not only for the community members, but for my family members.
Okay.
So this is just me, taking everything that I've learned throughout the years and applying it.
Okay.
Well, my hat is off to you because,
Thank you.
I mean, most young people are worried about putting the boots on the ground and
That's
stuff
right.
like that. I'm not trying to be funny, but, they're not worried about what's going on in the community and stuff. And I wish I would have got into politician, whatever you want to call it, for when I was younger, because I was just like, that don't apply to me. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I was worried about other things. I wasn't thinking about trying to help the community and stuff like that. So I hope more young people take you and see what you're doing and just run with it, because so many young people have failed by the wayside and they don't even think about, what's going on and how electing somebody could affect the community and stuff like that. And they need to know this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and with us, our topics for the last week or so has been about Generation Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, as you said, people are looking inside, trying to dictate. Just because you're young, they're saying, well, this is that generation. They just always up for nothing. They're not going to improve or do anything different. And I see, when I look at young people, we always have to encourage them. And I feel like when you don't have that encouragement behind you, even if you don't finish the race, it's always encouraging. And I feel that's what our Black males,
Right.
they're lacking a lot of. So with that being said, do you think, how do you feel with you going into the race as mayor? Do you think that would be a great influence to our Black community as males, or how do you think you can reach the Black male community?
And that's a great question within itself. By me pursuing a path like this, I think that regardless of the outcome of the race, it still serves, as I always go back to, it still serves as a source of inspiration. And this doesn't even have to be, it doesn't even have to apply to just males within the Black community.
Right.
I think this serves as inspiration for all of the people in the community. I believe that Florence right now is at a very pivotal place where it has the potential to either go up on the incline or it has the potential to go down. But as far as my own personal journey pursuing mayorship, it's very rewarding just to have young men come up to me and say, CJ, you really changed my life and you changed my perspective on life simply because I was never exposed to this path growing up in the Black community. Or even if I wanted to steer off and try something different within my own family, I was criticized or I got neglected. And it's good to be able to have this dialogue with the younger community or even with the young Black men, just to simply show them that if you continue to persist throughout all of your circumstances, no matter what is going against you, like whatever God has for you is for you, and nobody can strip that away from you. But I think that all comes back down to your own personal self-identity and how well you know yourself.
Right.
Okay. I have 3 sons of my own, and I am trying to steer them in the right direction. It's so much influence in the world and stuff like that, that it's not so many positive role models.
That's right.
And it's just, I love seeing this. And it's just an honor to me. But I just feel like people in this area, they think inside of a box and they need to think outside the box, because we've always been taught that it's older people that can run for mayor, and the Black kids been taught you can't. And I mean, this is the year of transparency, and it's just a lot of stuff coming out and letting these kids know you can.
Absolutely. Yep, that's right.
What life experiences have most influenced your views on leadership and justice?
Leadership and justice. As far as my life experience, it goes back to, as far as I can remember, all the way to the age of 3. At this age, the majority of children are somewhere playing with toys or playing on the park, having the time of their lives. But I think at that very moment of my life, that was the first time that I ever felt isolated and abandoned. Having to grow up as a young child and losing my father to gun violence, it kind of broadened my perspective on, why certain things happened the way that it did. And I spent the entirety of my childhood growing up asking questions about who killed my father. And although it seems unfortunate, I think I used that situation within itself as motivation to step outside of my comfort zone, to become more curious. And out of that curiosity, I began to ask more questions.
Mhm.
And so within those questions, I received the answers and the clarity that I needed. And it just gradually grew into receiving more wisdom. So when it comes to leadership and justice, it allowed me to not only see life from a different perspective, but it allowed me to take my life experiences, the lessons, the questions, everything that I've had. It allowed me to cultivate all of those things and teach it and start sharing it to all of these different kids and to teenagers and even to adults as well. So essentially, although I did have to grow up at a very young age, which I'm sure a lot of these children do, it's still a blessing within itself. And it allows me to look at the justice system on a much deeper scale and not just surface level. So now I do want to know, the laws and the regulations and how everything operates, because I have a personal relation to it. And as far as leadership, just being a young man who has a transformational life story and being able to share this with the community, I've also had the opportunity to watch other people's lives transform just based from me sharing my own personal story. And I think that within itself has been the most emotional fulfilling thing that I've ever experienced. It's just watching these kids develop and say, CJ, it's because of you that I chase my dreams. I mean, that's something that continues to motivate me each and every day that I wake up and chase my dreams.
Well, what you said right there is so very powerful and positive, because you turn that negative into a positive when you have other people that have been through what you've been through, and they'll be like, well, gun violence killed my dad, and I'm gonna go out and
That's true.
I'm gonna go out and kill somebody.
Yeah,
Right, that's
so because from the saying hurt people, but if you go and if you try to turn it into a positive, that saying can be thrown away. I just feel that way. But you grew up in the Florence area, in the country part of Florence area.
Yeah.
We have that in common. I'm a country girl. I went to Central High
Okay.
School. And what is your favorite thing about living in Florence, Alabama?
My favorite thing about living in Florence is really the culture here, and I don't think that it gets the awareness that it deserves. A lot of people look at Florence as kind of like a small city where everybody knows everybody and
A retirement
a
place.
retirement place, exactly. But the truth is, if you can just find the gems in Florence, I mean, it's right here in our face. But I don't
Exactly.
think
The
that
scenery is beautiful.
that's right. It's so beautiful. And, when it comes back down to it, I don't think we have fully appreciated what we have in Florence. I think a lot of people tend to overlook all the facts and all the history that's right here in front of us. So I just like to go to all these different places that I've never even thought to go to growing up as a child and just learn the story behind it and learn, how those people, what those people endured and what they had to overcome and what I can take away from that and apply to my life. So, yeah, I just enjoy the culture here, the sense of community. Everybody comes together, especially on things that they're passionate about. And I just want to be able to shine more light on that and just bring back that culture back to Florence and the music and all the talent that we have here. I just want to help cultivate it and so we can all share our gifts, with the entire show's area, but also with the state of Alabama.
Okay, well, you just answered my next question. So I was going to ask you that what was the most important thing that you would want people to know about Florence, Alabama? But you just answered that question, so thank you.
So how has your identity as a young Black leader shaped your political journey?
That's a great question, and all of these are great questions. I'm enjoying this. As far as my identity being shaped as a young Black man, it comes back down to having a mentor. It's easy as a young Black man to face the issues that we face on a daily basis, and it's easy for us to get discouraged or thrown off track. So, one of the things that I highly value is having a mentor. Also having a mentee who keeps me accountable, as a leader, but also having an equal, who is it that I can relate to, who understands where I'm currently standing in life and where I'm currently going. So having that equal, whether it's a brotherhood or a sisterhood, or even having a partner who understands where you are right now, it's good to just have a balance between all of these things. And they all contributes to not only, being conducive to your qualities and helping you improve along your path, but it also helps you become a leader because these are all qualities that it's going to take in order for me to lead a city. So leadership has always been a big thing to me. Mentorship has always been a huge thing for me. These are all assets that not only myself should have, but these are all things that I want to continue to teach to the young men who are up and coming so that I can help provide them with that structure and that guidance that they need so that they can become a leader and eventually lead the city as well.
Okay, when you speak of mentorship, are you involved in any type of mentor programs at this time? Or do you go out and do any type of network? What are some things that you do to help with mentorship?
So as far as mentorship, this started 2019 is when I graduated high school. And after I graduated from high school, I began writing and publishing books, and that progressed to doing public speaking. And before I know it, I started speaking to my classmates at the time. And then it kind of progressed and it went to the UNA and Northwest Shoals Community College professors and the students. And then it went to the mayor and then the Alabama state representatives. And then I started traveling around the country just doing public speaking. And from public speaking, I began doing life coaching. I started my own life coaching business where I will work with troubled teens and I will help them, get back on the right track and stay on the right track and help them achieve their goals. And from that situation within itself, I began working on a medical smartwatch device. But the one thing that they all have in common is the simple fact that I did not do any of these things alone.
Okay.
It took someone showing me, CJ, this is possible. This is what I made,
Right.
and if I can make it, then you can make it. And I don't mind teaching you the steps that it takes to produce something like this. And so all I did was replicate the same process. But first I had to listen to it, take heed to the information that I was receiving. But once I received that information and I began applying it to my life, then it's kind of like the floodgates just started opening up. And so I ended up over in Arizona, actually. And there was a college out there, and I had the chance to speak to some of the professors over there and some of the organizers who allowed me to actually create and implement my own mental health program for the students over there. And so after I did that, I began to pretty much travel around to different states as well, back to Texas and back home in Alabama, where I would work with these students and these teenagers. And it just ultimately it helped build me up, but in the same sense, I was building them up. And so it was a win-win situation. But I began to immerse myself in community initiatives where we would serve those who are less fortunate, those who are in need, whether that be cancer patients or whether that be homeless individuals. But all of these situations they've been a blessing. Some of the best experiences that I've had within myself is from those people who you may look at and say, it ain't nothing he can teach me, or it ain't nothing she can teach me.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones who taught me the most.
Right.
So, I mean, I've been enjoying this process of exuding my own leadership qualities and being able to share it and help people cultivate their own leadership qualities within themselves.
Okay. I know you spoke when we were speaking off scene, you spoke of your birthday celebration. So you have an event coming up, or
I sure do.
Okay, go ahead and tell the people about that.
Absolutely. So for the past 4 years or so, every year for my birthday, I've made it a tradition to always give back to a specific demographic of people. So going back to what I previously mentioned, it can be the cancer patients, it can be people at the homeless shelter. But this year, I decided, I haven't really done anything for the senior citizens. So I said, I'm going to go to my drawing board, I'm going to think of something, and I'm going to host an event for the senior citizens. Well, that one idea within itself led to multiple. So I had the opportunity to sit down with the director of Modern Academy here in Florence, Alabama. She's over the cosmetology department, and we kind of sat down and we brainstormed and shared our common interest of giving back to the community. And we decided that we'll take about 15 or 20 of the students from the cosmetology department, and we'll go to a nursing home, and we'll play some music for them, and they'll be doing their nails. We'll play bingo, and that'll be tomorrow, actually.
Okay, I knew it was coming up. That's when you said your birthday was Friday. I just remembered that.
Yes.
And you spoke on different things that you had inspired you. So tomorrow you'll be going to the nursing home.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Mama
right there.
gonna go. She like to make up their
come
face.
on.
I'll put them some makeup on, put them some red lipstick on and stuff. But
we also have more events coming up. April the 16th, we have free haircuts for the homeless or for those who are in need.
That's good.
Modern Academy Cosmetology Department will be opening up their doors for about 3 hours. And anyone who needs a haircut, we have about 30 to 40 local barbers from the Shoals area who will be giving out free haircuts. We have a few volunteers who will be giving out hamburgers and hot dogs. We'll also be having the police officer come out to just give housing information to those individuals so that they are aware of the resources that exist here in Florence. And we also have a few nonprofit organizations who are willing to take them in and kind of expedite their application if they come in and just help give them the resources and all the necessities that they need. But that's going to be April the 16th. And then April the 29th, we will be doing free haircuts for the first responders. So anyone who works for, the paramedics, the firefighters, the police officers, we're just going to give back to the community. This is a month that's strictly dedicated to giving back and spreading love. So I love seeing these smiles on the community and just being able to share these different experiences with the people who mean the most to me, so.
I think that's a wonderful thing. I used to work in a nursing home, and I know that a lot of those people, they'll get put in there and their families forget about them.
Yes.
And for you to do something like that, that will put smiles on all their faces, I feel like, except them ones that
What they be doing, Mom?
Oh Lord.
Mm.
I have I mean, all of them are just wonderful people. And old people and children, I just have a soft spot in my heart for old people and children. And I mean, they turned into my grandma and all that kind of stuff. But Miss Susie, she was one. She was 107 years old, and she still had her right mind. She wanted me to take her home with me, and she wanted to be my babysitter.
Yeah.
Be your baby. You needed one.
She wanted to babysit my kids.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Today we have here CJ McCoy. He is a candidate for mayor for Florence, the city of Florence. So if you have any questions, make sure you call in. The number is 256-365-1000. We hope you're enjoying the show. We're going to continue asking questions to somebody call in. So make sure y'all call in and ask questions and get a good understanding of his policy and his, what's your motto?
My motto is leading with vision and serving with purpose, because that's what I've been doing my entire life, and that's what I continue to do.
All
Okay.
right. The number is 256-365-1000.
All right, guys. So, CJ, in what ways will you ensure, if you're elected, that your administration reflects the diversity of the city?
That's been one of not only my concerns, but some of the concerns of the community leaders here in Florence is making sure that we are inclusive and we do have that diversity, not only in the mayor's office, but
Right.
all around. So, one of the things that I want to do is be able to include people not of just different colors, but, different cultural backgrounds, different tax brackets. It's important for us to be able to include all of these people to be a part of our team, because it broadens our own perspective within the mayor's office, and essentially it will help us cater to a much larger demographic than what's already being served now. So I'll be having people of all ages, of all races, of all cultural backgrounds come and join me as a part of my team. And even if they aren't necessarily a part of the mayor's office or my administration within itself, I'll still be open and receptive to receiving the ideas from some of the residents in Florence, and just sitting down and brainstorming with them and seeing what we can come up with as residents of this city, so that we can further progress within our town.
All right. I got one more question.
Girl, you own it today, Mona. Listen, CJ, I'm gonna just tell you this. You have to be good, because Mona don't act. Mona leave me out here to drown. And I'm proud of you, Mona. You doing the thing today.
Am I doing it?
Girl,
Okay.
Go on,
yes.
Mona.
Okay, CJ, what do you believe is the most pressing issue that you will be facing as mayor?
I think that's it's pretty subjective, but from my own personal perspective, one of the things that really impacts our quality of life here in Florence, it is the infrastructure. There's no reason why we should be driving down the street and swerving from lane to lane trying to avoid a pothole.
Oh Lord.
So I mean, addressing those
Oh,
things,
Lord.
those are top priority. These are things that definitely affects our quality of life here. So I do want to make sure that I prioritize the needs of the residents here and make sure that their voices are being heard, and make sure that I'm doing my due diligence within the mayor's office of being efficient and effective with the city's budget and how I allocate the city's budget to address these issues so that we no longer have to deal with it. So infrastructure is definitely a big one, a top priority. But aside from that, it's bringing in jobs, the economic development. No city can fully thrive and be extremely successful in terms of recruiting new businesses and bringing new people outside of the city limits if there's no jobs. We have to bring in the jobs, and they have to make a good amount of money, because with inflation now, I mean, there's a lot of different things that contributes to our economy now. So I do want to be mindful of that. But my plan is called Plan 256, actually, and I'll be creating 256 new jobs within my first 2 years in office. But that's not an individual effort. That's not something that I can do on my own.
Right.
That's not something that the mayor and the city council can do on their own. This is going to be a conglomerate effort that may even take other mayors from some of the neighboring cities to all come together. So a lot of people feel divided by this bridge that we have between us.
Oh gosh.
They think it's them versus us, when in reality it's
one
That's all
one
it
little
is.
area.
Yeah, we all a family around here. So I want to use that gap between us to bring us closer.
Okay.
So that's my plan.
I'm glad you thinking about fixing them potholes. Because, Lord, I went over one the other day, and I know my transmission or something fell out. No, but it was a big pothole.
I know you spoke of graduating. So where did you graduate from here in Florence?
I graduated from Florence High School in 2019.
Okay, so did you go on to do any type of other education further after that, or what did you do after that? I know you said you wrote books and things of that sort.
Correct. So my senior year of high school, that's kind of when I endured the sports injury. I tore my ACL and my right leg for the second time in a row. So all of the college recognition that I received was stripped away. So that was a very pivotal part of my life. And then that's when I began writing, and I wrote and published my first book called Return to Life. And that's more of like an interactive journal that allows high school students to kind of take their thoughts and their emotions and put it on paper. And by the time they reach the end of the book, which is about 52 weeks long, they can look back and they can reflect on how far they've come. So after I graduated from high school, I actually went straight into working. I found me a good job at the time. I believe it was $19 an hour, fairly good for a high school graduate.
Yeah.
And I was working inside of a manufacturing plant and working 12-hour shifts. So that was kind of like,
You must have been working at NAL.
not but that was my introduction to adulthood. You know, it just working these long shifts, and then I had bills coming in. So it was a wake-up call for me. But I began just kind of bouncing around from job to job. And the reason I was kind of inconsistent in that regard is because as I sat there at those 12-hour shifts, just listening to all the machines churn, and I never felt like that's who I was. I never felt like that was my purpose.
It's got to be something better.
Okay. We have a caller on the line. Caller, you on the line?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am really enjoying hearing you all talk. Young man, I am so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry that I live out in the country and cannot vote for you as mayor, but you definitely have my vote. You are an inspiration to all the young men, the young women, the Black, white, Mexican, Hispanic, to go out and pursue their career, their dreams, and not let anything stop them. I am so proud of you. If there's anything I can do to help you, I will be glad to do it. And I just want to let you know I'm proud of you.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
You need to fix it where the county can vote for mayor too.
Yes, ma'am. I sure will.
Because I live out in the country, and I'm sorry I can't vote for you, but I will tell each and every person as a 61-year-old Black female grandmother, mother, you are a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a blessing. And I just want to let you know, I don't know you personally, but just listening to you and just following you, I am so proud of you.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you so much. I mean, you just calling in today and just giving me this encouragement. I mean, it's already had a tremendous impact on my life within itself, within these few minutes that you've been speaking. And if I can ever have you on board as a volunteer to assist in any capacity, I would gladly accept you, because I need this encouragement. I need these supporters who believe in me and who also believe in my vision. And none of this can be executed effectively without people like yourself. So I just want to thank you for calling in and sharing those words with me.
If you do you have a website or something they can go to if they are interested in being a volunteer?
Absolutely. My website is McCoy for Florence. And on there, at the very top, you will see Get Involved. And it'll ask for your contact information, your name, and things like that. And once you submit it, I'll have access to it, and I'll be contacting you.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I will definitely do that. And again, I just want to say God bless you on your journey through life. Keep your head up and let young people know you do have a dream. Just pursue it. Keep your faith. Keep your belief in God. And you got it made.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all I want to say. And you all have a blessed day. I got to go back to work now.
All right. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much.
Do you have a Facebook page or?
Yes, my Facebook page is Christian CJ McCoy.
Okay. All right, guys. So you've heard it. If you would like to be a volunteer, you can go to the website and give them that website one more time.
Yes, my website name is McCoyforFlorence.com.
All right. I know we're gonna be getting McCoy back on again because it's so many questions. I'm telling you, I can sit here all day and talk about it. But we do have other things. But I know I do have a couple of other questions that I do want to ask. What do you plan? What role do you see young people playing in your administration?
Young people, they will be, and this isn't me, discrediting the older generation, but younger people are so innovative. I've had the opportunity to not only meet with some of the college students here at the University of North Alabama, but just young students from different districts, different upbringings. They all offer this unique perspective that I can take away from their own personal journey and apply it to the policies that I plan to implement for Florence. So younger people will definitely be involved with my administration, being able to just use some of their youthful energy to help with the outreach, to help with the engagement of some of the community members, so that we can all come together and unify. And I think a lot of people, they get this sense that it's the younger population versus the older population.
Right.
But there's wisdom in everything. There's so much wisdom to take away from a young person and an old person. But I think until we bridge this gap and actually come together and say, I can learn from this person, no matter what their age is, then that's when the real unification and the real progress will start to show for itself.
Okay, we have another caller. Caller, you on the line?
Hey, how are you doing this afternoon?
Great.
Good. How are you?
Amazing.
All right. Young brothers, let me tell you, congratulations. And you have my full support. I have a question very, very quickly. Do you have an opinion you care to share with regards to what has been done or what needs to be done for the youth in District 1?
So as far as the youth in District 1, I want to first applaud the councilwoman who is over District 1. I definitely have to give credit to her for all that she's been doing for the community. And I think with everyone and their own personal efforts to better their districts, there will be shortcomings. And I think that's within any position in terms of, public office. But as far as mentorship, there is a lot of different initiatives that we can take and implement within that side of the city of Florence to help those young individuals progress and find some type of guidance and structure. So I think it comes back down to us actually sitting down and having these uncomfortable conversations and saying, look, maybe this is where I'm struggling, as a representative of District 1. Maybe this is where I struggle, and this is what I need from you to assist me with. But until we have these conversations, or until we brainstorm and actually find a way to implement some of these new strategies and new approaches, then there will continue to be misguidance. There will continue to be a lack of guidance and structure within our younger demographic in District 1. So I'm open and willing to, number one, not only sit with the city council and come up with new strategies, but I want to sit down with some of those young men who are actually living through it. And I want to hear from them directly on some of the things that they are dealing with, and even some of the things that they wish to see. Because if change is going to come, it will not only come from a perspective of someone who's in a position of mayor or city council, but it's going to start at the bottom with those who are dealing with these issues on a daily basis. It's going to start with us, giving them a voice, giving them a safe space to voice their concerns and their opinions as well. So I plan to sit down with, the current city council or my administration who will be in office. And I plan to sit down with those young men and young women who live in District 1 to sit down and just hear some of their concerns.
May I ask a follow-up?
Absolutely.
Then my next question would be, do you have good relations with regards to the religious leaders in this area as well?
Yes, sir, I do.
God bless you, brother. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. We thank everyone for calling in today. Got a couple of more minutes. If y'all want to call in, the number is 256-365-1000. And today we're here with the mayor candidate for Florence, one of the mayor candidates for Florence City. So y'all call in. We've had great questions, great answers. But if you have anything else that you would like to ask, make sure you go ahead and do so and call in. But I do have another question. How do you stay grounded in the in the face of criticism or doubt? Because I know.
Oh yeah. I think it's easy, you know, for someone on the outside looking in to know that, you know, I do get criticized, and it comes in heavily. And it comes in quite frequently, but I never allow these things to discourage me. It's important for me as a young man to have a foundation. And what I mean by foundation is not only a physical foundation of taking care of my body, but also to have a mental and emotional and a spiritual foundation that I can always go back to whenever I start to feel that doubt creeping in, or when I feel like the criticism is starting to hit me at my core. It always comes back down to, CJ, do they know you better than you know yourself? And the answer is no. You know, no one knows me like I know myself. So once that criticism starts to come in, I like to just find time to just relax. You know, sometimes you have to decompress. Sometimes it's good for you to go back to your roots. You know, everyone has different emotional outlets, and it's important for us to understand what our own personal emotional outlet is. So the way that I've always been able to just stay grounded is to go out in nature. You know, I may turn my phone off and just watch the birds, you know, but as crazy as it sounds, it's extremely peaceful. And so, you know, within that peace, I find clarity, and it helps me find the answers to some of the questions or some of the doubts that I may have in my mind. So just knowing what your emotional outlet is, and also working on different ways to understand who you are, you know, in your essence. So.
I know with you being I heard you say that you have what, 3 other siblings?
Yes.
Okay, and I know they all look at you and probably say, now, what made you think to do this? And, you know, and it's not that they're not encouraging you, but sometimes family, they seem to see things and they seem to feel like because they have fear, they feel like you should be in that same spot. So how did you break that boundary of saying, you know what, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going after?
Right. And let me just say,
because I already know. Listen, I'm a sibling as well. And I know family is one of those. This is not that they're taking it away from us, but they don't see the vision that we see.
That's true. And I think, you know, once I started off, that's when I got it the most. This started back when I was growing up through high school. Once I felt like my sports was my identity and sports was stripped away from me, I said, you know, I'm gonna write a book. And I love my brothers to death. I love my parents. I love my entire family. But it comes a time where they were like, you know, CJ, come on. Like, they may not say it directly, but I get a sense of what they're trying to tell me. And, you know, some people feel like, you know, it's time for you to get a job and work with your hands. And I tell people sometimes you have to find something where you can work with your mind, or you can work with your heart. I mean, it may look different for everyone, but it's easy for us to do the same things that we saw our parents do, or do the same things that we saw our grandparents do. So if you grew up watching them work multiple jobs, then by default, you're going to naturally fall into that same box. But the way that I kind of just, you know, escaped from that box is learning to you know, reject any. And now, keep in mind, I've always been aware of any type of constructive criticism, or anything that's reasonable. But when it comes to times, and when it comes to a point in time where they say, CJ, I don't think you can do that, or that ain't the equation, that ain't the solution to having more money come in. And the truth is, it's never been about money for me. It's always been about what makes me feel emotionally fulfilled, what brings the most value to my life. And so once I kind of established that core within my own identity of, this is what brings me fulfillment, this is what I like to see, this is what I enjoy doing, I continue to pursue it, because I wasn't after the money. And it's easy for people to be misguided and thrown off the wrong track if their heart is in it for the wrong reasons. But my heart was always in it for the right reason. And by the grace of God, I mean, I was able to just break that cycle and to continue to gain more momentum and more traction as I started to pursue more of my creative ventures. So ever since then, I just kind of took it and ran with it and never looked back.
I believe if I didn't have a 26-year-old son, I probably would have been that mama looking at you upside your head.
Yeah.
Because I just believe I believe y'all generation is that creative thinkers, and y'all are at the point of what you just stated. You look at things different. You don't look at things of what your parent has done or what your, because I tell my son all the time, I'm like, okay, now listen here. And, and I'm getting better and to look at things and say, you know what? God will provide no matter what the situation is, long as I continue to pray, because sometimes we got to pray for y'all.
That's right.
And I mean, you have to pray for us
All the time.
because,
Right.
not all the time. We're not on the same wavelength. But as you say, your vision, long as you're upholding that vision and carrying it out, I think I like to see when young people are doing that. And then if we stand behind our young generation to help them understand that everything is not going to be easy.
That's right.
And that's what a lot of people fail to see. They don't see when young people fail, because your generation, I'm telling y'all, will fall and get back up and we won't never know it. We sometimes, I feel as if we waddle in it because a lot of older people want people to pity them or want people to recognize that what the problem is. I'm not that type of person, because people be looking at me like, man, you about the strongest woman I ever seen. I'm like, you don't even understand what my heart feel like, though.
Right.
But you can't carry out all of the emotions or allow people to see what you're going through all the time, because I think a lot of people play on your weakness.
That's true.
So, I admire you for that. But I got a tough question.
Okay.
I know you said that you have a child.
Mhm.
And so, of course, you're not married.
That's right.
So, with that being said, I know a lot of people are always looking at now, how are you going to lead not being married and have a child?
Well, I think those two things are it's kind of different, and the reason I say that is because in terms of being able to showcase my leadership qualities as a young man, regardless if I'm single or married, that doesn't change the fact that I'm still able to help transform someone's life. And offer guidance to them. But it's easy for me now because I look at my daughter and I say, this is the reason why. I look at her every day and I say, this is why I'm going to continue to lead, new paths, not only for myself or for my family, but for the community. So in terms of being a leader and being a single father, it's kind of one and the same to me. I don't look at it any differently. It doesn't take away from who I am as a man. It doesn't take away from the single fact that I can still be a leader and a mentor to those who need it. So it's all a work in progress for sure. But it's all a beautiful journey within itself.
Okay. Great answer.
Well, don't rush and get married just because people want you to. You make sure you find.
Look, you said it, Mona. I'm disagreeing.
Yes. You find you somebody that's going to be there for you.
Absolutely.
Don't rush because these people think you should have a wife. Don't do that.
That's right.
What you say? Find his split apart.
When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So you may take your time. Don't rush.
Drop the mic, Mona. That's it.
Listen,
like I said, people in this area, they inside that little box,
Yeah.
and you gotta have tough skin to
You
deal
do.
with these people.
You definitely do.
I'm not even in the position that you're in,
Right.
and I get a lot of stuff thrown at me, but no weapons formed against me shall
Shall
prosper.
prosper.
all right, guys. For those of you just joining us, we are here with candidate for the city of Florence for mayor, CJ McCoy. If we have a couple of minutes left, if you want to call in, you can call in. The number is 256-365-1000. Again, the number is 256-365-1000. Mona, you have any other questions?
I think I'm done.
I'm proud of you. Mona, you did good today, girl.
I'm in a good mood today. I had my coffee. I feel good.
Yeah, you did that
And
today.
this young man is an inspiration. Like I said, I have 3 sons, and I'm gonna tell them about you. I'm gonna let them follow you because I'm a big believer in mentorship. Because these young kids out here, it's a lot of kids without fathers in their lives, so they need these positive male role models that they can look at and be like, "Hey, I can be this.
Right.
I can do this."
That's right.
Instead of having the drug dealers, or you know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
Yeah,
Because if you don't teach them, the streets gonna teach them.
that's right.
So these positive male people that's in our community need to get together and mentor these fatherless kids because they need somebody instead of just telling them, hey, you do this, mentor them, teach them how to do it.
And sometimes it's not even just the fatherless kids. People, children would tend to listen to someone else before they listen to fathers
Mhm.
or whomever because they just feel more comfortable. They feel like, okay, this person don't really truly know me, but you do, but you're able to connect with them. So all the time it's not just with our fatherless people. Cause I mean, I had my mom and dad, but I always had a mentor. I always had someone that I could go to and talk to. And it wasn't that I didn't have that open relationship at home, but I felt more comfortable speaking with someone else.
Right.
And so that's how I look at things too.
Yeah. And that's that's very great insight from both of you. And one of the things that I think about oftentimes is, despite the fact that I did lose my dad at the age of 3, I still had my mom and I still have my brothers. But imagine those children who don't have either.
anybody.
Yeah, they don't have anybody. So, one of the things that I had to do growing up is simply borrow someone's belief in me. And these children out here, you don't have to, and this is especially within the Black community, they think that the only way out, the only way to be successful is to be an athlete or to be a rapper. But the truth is, you create your own path, and if the path isn't there or the platform isn't provided to you, create your own platform, So this is me standing on my own stage and encouraging the youth to simply borrow that belief from someone outside of your family who believes in you. Sometimes you have to borrow that belief until you can get your own belief, your own confidence, and stand on your own 10 toes. So it's okay to do that. A lot of us, we are struggling. And that's not just kids, these are adults as well. But if you can just find time to understand who you are as an individual, find time to connect with someone outside of your family, someone who you can trust, I promise you, you won't regret it because it will be a lifesaver as you continue to progress in life.
Because as you just said, the number one word. A lot of the problem is a lot of kids can't trust anyone.
That's right.
What was your sport?
So I played football, basketball, baseball, soccer, and track.
He was an athlete.
Okay.
I was an athlete, yeah. And the reason I did that is because I was harboring so much emotional pain from the loss of my dad that I didn't know how to negate
You had to
that.
stay busy.
Right. I had to stay busy to keep my mind and my body busy because I tend to overthink a lot. And as a high school student, there are certain situations that you deal with and you don't want anybody to know. You don't want your coach to know. You don't want your other teammates or your best friend to know because you may think, they may think I'm weak or I feel incompetent. I feel inadequate. But the truth is, you're human. You have emotions. So I think one of the biggest factors that I learned at a very young age is how to take all of these negative emotions and thoughts that I was feeling and turn it into something healthy and positive to where now I can share it back with other people because I've taken that time to understand and identify what I was feeling, but also be able to apply it back on a scale like this. So it's all a very introspective journey and it's going to take time. It won't happen overnight. But if you give up on yourself, there will be no progress. So I just encourage all of the youth, I'm always going to be accessible to anyone, especially anybody who's dealing with some type of mental health barrier. If there's anything that I can do to assist you all on a very personal level, even if it's just having a conversation, you can always feel free and welcome to contact me. And I promise you I'll be there.
Okay. Before we get out of here, you want to leave them with your website. If they want to be a volunteer, you can go ahead and give them that again.
Absolutely. So my website is mccoyforflorence.com. If you look at the very top header, you'll see get involved and it'll ask for your contact information, such as your name, your number. And once you press submit at the bottom of the page, I will have access to your information and I'll be reaching out to you.
Okay. And also, what's some last words you would like to leave everyone with? Because we know already he's coming back.
Well, thank you. One of the words that I want to leave, and this goes for anyone, is, when it comes to the election within itself, August the 26th is when the election will be. And it's going to be a very crucial election, considering the position that Florence is in right now. But I want to make it very clear that, some people within the community, they make decisions that are based on logic, and other people make decisions that are based on emotion. But I encourage all of the voters in Florence to make a decision that's based on both, because this next mayor is going to be accountable and responsible for not only the progress and development of this city, but your lives, the lives of your children, the lives of your elderly parents or grandparents is gonna be in our possession. So I think it's important for us to all come out as a community, and vote. Just go out and vote. If you need assistance with that, if you need help registering to vote, I mean, feel free to reach out to any of us, and we will gladly assist you with that. But aside from that, within itself, I want to thank you both and the entire
you.
Knox
Thank
family
you.
for inviting me out. And I want to thank the callers who called in and gave me words of wisdom and words of encouragement. I truly appreciate that. And for those viewers who maybe can go back and watch this video later, I want to let you all know that I sincerely appreciate all of the love and support that I've been receiving from the community. This is an extremely blessing, for my life, to just be able to hear back from some of the community members and be able to use their inspiration from their, just be able to use some of their inspiration and belief within myself and apply it to my life, so that I can continue to fill this tank. And I want to let everybody know that despite the outcome of the election, I'm still going to be a lover of this city. I'm still going to be here to guide, to mentor, and to offer clarity in any way that I can. So I just want to thank you all again for having me out. And I want to thank the city of Florence for tuning in.
I have one other question. Do you have the deadline of when they have to be registered to vote by?
Yes. So as far as the deadline, that will be coming up in June. And once again, if you need help with any of this information, I know there's a lot of people here who really don't know where to look or don't know where to start. So if you need any type of assistance with that, then feel free to reach out.
Okay.
Well, one of the viewers have something to say to you. It says, "Hello, Mayor Christian C.J. McCoy."
Okay. Hello.
Listen, we thank all of our viewers for everything that's all the questions. But if you have any additional questions, you can post them on our Facebook page, and we will get those questions to the candidate, Mayor C.J. McCoy. We will get those to him. But you can always follow us on YouTube. You can go back and watch this YouTube. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor to make sure they go back and watch this clip from today. If you have any additional questions, again, send them to info@knoxmediagroupinc.org, and we'll make sure we get those questions to CJ as well. We want to thank you for your time. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people?
That's everything.
All right. As Mona has showed out today, Mona,
Don't act like that.
Mona, I'm going to take you out. But make sure you, if you want to be a volunteer, make sure you go to his website and be a volunteer. And he's also looking for sponsors or anything.
Absolutely. So we have a few events coming up. So sponsors, volunteers, we're going to need all the assistance that we can get.
All right. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to 105.1.
The music muscle of the show.
And V 105.9.
The Vibe, Dothan, Alabama.
All right, guys. So we want to thank each of you. We'll be right back. We're going to take you out on a little blues. All the man you need.
Prepare for birthdays.
All right. We'll be right back, guys.
My baby fresh out the shower, smelling like the first day of spring. And I've been patiently waiting. I got the wine and everything, rubbing her down with baby oil. I'm about to make my move, and she don't have to say a word, no. 'Cause I know what to do. I'm going down, going down. Gotta give my baby what she needs and stay a while. Stay a while. 'Cause, oh girl, I ain't too pleased. I'm going down, going down. Yes, I am. I'm gonna give you all of me. Baby, I know the man you need. sweet delight by candlelight turns into ecstasy. I must be doing something right, 'cause my baby calling me. I'm always down to please, and she's down to do the same. Now when it comes to my baby, ain't no shame in my game. I'm going down, going down. Gotta give my baby what she needs and stay a while, stay a while. 'Cause oh girl, I aim to please. I'm going down, going down. Yes I am. I'm gonna give you all of me. Baby, I'm all the man you need. Fellas, y'all better take a listen. You need to hear what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Don't be ashamed to go baby with a woman. That's just a part of foreplay. 'Cause if you're not willing to do it, believe me, somebody else will. Yes, they will. 'Cause old Sam's got all of the moves, and Jordan's just waiting to replace the food. You better go down, going down. Yeah, and give your baby what she needs, and stay a while, stay a while, and let her know that you ain't the please. 'Cause I'm going down, going down. Yes I am. I gotta give her all of me. Baby, I'm more the man that you need. Ooh, I'm going down, going down. Yeah, gotta give my baby what she needs and stay a while, stay a while. 'Cause oh girl, I aim to please. I'm going down, going down. Yes I am. I gotta give her all of me, because I'm more the man that she needs. Ooh, yeah. Fellas, you better take a listen. You need to hear what I got to say. Don't be ashamed to go there with a woman. That's part of foreplay. You know you're gonna be sorry if she finds that I'm in the street. You better be all the man that she needs. You better go down, going down. Yeah, better give your baby what she needs and stay a while, stay a while. Let her know that you ain't to please. I'm going down, going down. Yes I am.
Turn me up, turn me up. Listen all times of the day. From the north to the south, it is Knox Media Group 105.1 and 105.9, giving you the beats like you never had them done before.
I seen you the other day at a small spot around the way, and I really was hoping you noticed me. I'm known as the two-step son of a gun, and the dance floor is where I have my fun. So baby, tonight, I hope you see just what you're doing to me. I put a quarter in the jukebox, girl. Daddy played me a hot shot. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me. We both got on our evening best, ready to enjoy the all-night express. I haven't felt this good since I was 17. Bartender, fix me a drink, and whatever it may be, just make it stand. I won't be going home alone, if you know what I mean. But first I gotta get it to me. I put a quarter in the jukebox, girl. I tell you, play me a hot shot. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me. Put a quarter in the jukebox, girl. Yeah. I tell you, play me a hot shot. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me. Hey. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. La da 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 da. Say get down, like there ain't no one around. I want you to love me. Say get down, like there ain't no one around. I want you to love me. Yeah. I put a quarter in a jukebox, girl. I tell you, play me a hot shot. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me. Put a quarter in a jukebox, girl. Yeah. I tell you, play me a hot shot. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me. Get down, down. Say get down, down. I want you to dance with me. I want you to dance with me.
Cocaine, oh, you're a mastermind.
Hey, let me get out. Walked in the spot, it was late. I ain't trusting no just sought out the Glock for the drink. Get out. Hey, let me get out.
Kool-Aid.
Hey, let me get out. You know that I'm popping it. Play with the gang and we standing on top. I drop a bag on the like a young place in the bed. I got chopper that taller than chick. Them young wildin' and all I can tell them no crack, cause I know they ain't dodging no Rick. I know they don't like me, but that be the shit that excite me. What made me go lace up them I brought the fire, make 90. Sparkle, they blocking the striker. They thought they got striked by some light. I ain't in no club, I ain't fight. I ain't in no club, I be trapped. I'm the one that be making it happen. I get they thought I was just rap. I ain't get no round of applause, but them clap.
We're back with a
Hey,
vengeance.
let me get out.
105.9 Dothan, Alabama, the vibe.
All right, guys, we are back. You're tuning in to 105.1
The music muscle of the shows.
and the 105.9.
The vibe.
We have had a great day today. We interviewed a candidate for the city of Florence, mayor, 23-year-old.
Very inspirational.
Well, he said 24. He'd be 24
He'll be
Friday.
yeah.
So we want to thank CJ McCoy for coming over today and giving his insight, giving us a background of who he is. I learned a lot today, actually, by him. And I think that's one thing a lot of people, we fail to do as people. We look at people as being, we look at their age, we look at their demographics or things like that, but we don't really learn who they are.
And like I said, this area, and it might not be just this area. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm from this area. People just think inside of this box, like, oh, the mayor's supposed to be old. The mayor's supposed to be white. The mayor's supposed to be, they have this stereotype of what's supposed to be, and anything different is just insane. But he inspired me today. I want him to inspire my kids and let my kids see that you can, at a young age, you can do whatever you set your mind to do.
But one thing I did, I really truly believe in. I believe that generation just believing. You know what? My mama done worked all her life, and
I'm not doing it.
And I'm not doing it. I'm gonna be my own, because that generation is more of entrepreneurship, I think. I think a lot of them, they work on, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to build my own foundation, and I'm going to build who I am. And that's what I think we did today. We learned who CJ is, because I don't know him as an individual. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't know people. So they assume just because they don't know your background, they don't know why you chose to go this path. And
some people so stuck on, how you look or like you say, your age and stuff like that they don't care to look into your background. They just know, oh, he too young, I'm not gonna.
Right.
No, don't be like that.
Yeah, because I actually I think a lot of his influence came from, and I hate to say this, came from his father's death. And it led him to grow up knowing that I can do whatever. And that's a tough thing to swallow, to know that you lose a father or a parent at such a young age, and you still can maneuver through. And the way he lost his father, it wasn't by illness or anything like that. So, we're able to deal with things a little different when we know it's an illness, or we know it's this or that. Because, I look at my situation with my mom's death, and I'm knocking on 50, Mona.
Yeah.
And I'm still, it's hard to cope, even when you know that it was an illness.
Right.
And, and I look at my kids or my nieces and nephews and things like that. And it's like, so
you can imagine how a young person felt.
Yeah. And so, I'm looking, because they're looking at change. These are different things. We don't have grandma, or as my kids would call my mom, Nana, with us anymore. So therefore, you're not able to maneuver, but you are, long as you have faith in God. And we all going to make some errors. We all going to go through something, but we got to be able to bounce back.
That's true.
And, have that change mindset. So, I thank CJ for coming in. I thank his crew, volunteers, and
I want to thank his mentor, whoever his mentor was.
Is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to thank everybody for being a part of the situation, being a part of his life, because that it speaks volume. So we thank him for coming in today. And again, y'all come on out on Sunday and you get to meet him again. He will be at the what we having? Oh,
the Southern
Soul Sunday, part 3. I went blank. I knew what I was trying to say, but it just wouldn't come out. So
Southern Soul Concert and Motorcycle Roundup.
Yeah, so y'all come on out Sunday, this coming Sunday. It's going to be going down at Clarion Inn. So make sure you get your tickets. And you can purchase your tickets on our website. That's www.knoxmediagroupinc.org. And follow us on all of our different platforms. What's some of our platforms, Mona?
Facebook, Instagram, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, Twitch,
TikTok. We have so many, but we want to thank each of you for tuning in every day. But if y'all have any questions or anything y'all would like to ask of CJ, put those questions on our Facebook page today and we'll get those questions to him.
I forgot 2 of the big ones, YouTube and iHeartRadio.
Yeah, see, that's for laughing at me. What they say, laughing will catch up with you.
Oh, God, it will.
Yeah, but anyway, we like to thank everyone for tuning in to all of our shows every day. And make sure if there's anything Knox Media Group can do for you, you can call us at 256-712-2888. On tomorrow, we're going to have another young person here with us.
Okay.
I mean, we on it this week,
We on the road.
We on the road. So y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We will have J. Marcus Woods with us. He is
He's looking for a wife. Farmer wants a wife.
Mona said Farmer wants a Mona with these shows this week, y'all. You know why?
Why?
Because they all from the country.
Hey. Hey, country people.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah. Mona liked that because she liked them old country folk.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I? Everybody trying to be like us.
Yeah. So she
everybody want to be country now.
Everybody want to be country, Mona.
Yeah, everybody want to be country with the boots on the ground and the cowboy hats. But I think it's cute. I love it.
Yeah. Well, y'all make sure on this coming Saturday over in Delville, which is in the Wiregrass area, y'all make sure y'all go out to the Spring Fest. It's going to be so nice and going to have entertainment by
Gary Sinise in the Lieutenant Dan Band.
Okay, that's going on from 2 to 8 o'clock p.m. over in Delville, Alabama. Make sure y'all go over and have a good time. This is absolutely free to the community. So y'all go out, have a good time, and make sure you let them know you heard it live on 105.9 The Vibe.
And bring the kids out there. It's the largest Easter egg hunt in the Wiregrass. And they will have pictures with the Easter Bunny. They will also have games, obstacle course. They'll be doing magic. They're going to do everything out there. Y'all take them kids out there.
All right. So we got a lot going on. Listen, I just sold a table sitting right here. Come on now.
All right.
Y'all call in, get your tables. Again, the website is www.knoxmediagroupinc.org. And let's get these tables sold.
Or call 256-712-2887.
All right. What you got in the news? I see you holding that phone over there. You
got some
hot
birthdays. I got a lot of birthdays.
Oh, we got birthdays. Okay, we're going to get to the birthdays in a minute. But I thought, look, you holding that phone. I thought you had something hot on the press.
Well, I got a shout out.
Oh, okay. So
I don't want to lose it.
I see. I said, what Mona over there? Thought she had some, as they say, thought she had some Trump that did today.
Trump do something every day.
What Trump do today, Mom?
I don't know. My anxiety won't let me read what Trump did today. But they are warning Alabamians that there are black bears at the beach.
What? Is that real news or fake news?
I don't know. You never can tell. But allegedly, there are black bears on Alabama beach. They say, I understand at this time of the year for wildlife to move around Alabama and other states. It's getting warmer and they have been in hibernation and they're really, really hungry right now.
I ain't never heard of a bear at the beach. I thought you were going to say Gatlinburg.
No, they say it's getting ridiculous though. when they start showing up on the beach. Bears on the beach. That's not supposed to be something that we ever see in the news. I've seen a lot of doorbell camera videos lately in Alabama. The bears are, in front of the houses and stuff like that. But they said they're hungry, and that's the main reason why they're doing things out of the ordinary.
Will you be scared of if you see a bear?
Shoot, yeah, black bear. Them things will get you. They'll eat you. But I mean, the bears, they'll eat a lot of food and so they can hibernate. Then when they get hot and they wake up from hibernation, they hungry. They want something to eat. So I guess they can't find nothing. That's why when I go hiking, I'm gonna have protections.
Well, we were talking about your friend Trump. So in a post that he made on social media, right now, he's making it just tweeted. President Trump said that he's pausing his tariffs for 90 days on more than 75 trading partners who did not retaliate in the hours after it went into effect.
Now, what?
He said that he's pausing his tariffs.
Okay, he's gonna pause them. Well,
for 90 days.
All them billionaires,
he don't want to go back and retaliate.
Well, all them billionaires is turning their back on him. That's what that is.
You think that's what that's about?
That's what they say. Allegedly, they said that they losing billions of dollars. They say, "Oh, Elon Musk, he done lost.
Oh my gosh,
$100 billion." Apple allegedly has lost 700 million.
Wow.
So I turn my back on them too.
Yeah.
They losing a lot of money on them tariffs. He talking about 104%. What the world?
Yeah, it says Tesla CEO Elon Musk's net worth fall below $300 billion.
Well, I made a mistake. It's 700 billion for Apple.
Wow, but yeah.
Billion? 700 billion? How much they have? $1 trillion?
Well, they said that he's down below 300 billion as of yesterday.
People are turning against that man. They burning the Teslas. They run them in the water. They spraying his, in Sweden, they say they spraying his buildings and stuff with paint. So when you sick and tired, you sick and tired.
Some folks don't even care about money no more.
No. Some people need to care about the well-being of themselves and others.
Yeah. So they said Elon Musk, Mark, Zuckerberg, and Larry
don't give me the line.
Lost more than $10 billion each as Trump's tariffs trigger a stock market bloodbath.
Well,
yeah. That's a lot.
They messing around and finding out, ain't they?
Look, they already know.
It's probably just a little paper cut for them, but baby, $700 billion.
Yeah, so I can't even look.
Now,
I lose anything.
I'll be rooting for impeachment.
If you were them.
If I was them. I'm mad about inflation, so I'm already signing the impeachment.
You signing it?
Signing it. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay, we got some news about, remember, it's been going on for quite some time. The real estate agent, Ronnie Dumas.
The guy?
Okay. In the Ronnie case has been arrested in Tennessee as of today.
Okay. Who was arrested?
2 of the 5. It was 5 people that they have suspected that abducted him.
So have they found, is he dead?
They haven't.
They don't know.
They don't know.
So they think somebody kidnapped him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. So 2 of the 5 suspects wanted in the abduction of the Huntsville realtor, Ronald Dumas, have been arrested. And they were arrested in Memphis. So I guess they thought they had got away.
Well, I hope that family get clarity because some kind of closure, because that's just odd.
Yeah, so they were arrested by the U.S. Marshal
So this is just they suspect.
Mhm. First degree kidnapping. That's one of the people that was arrested. And Clark is wanted for conspiracy to commit kidnapping. Writing Clark are two of the five people law enforcement officials have been searching for the connection of the disappearance of Dumas, who has been missing since December of 2024. The other three suspects, Tori McLaurin, Sabrina Chambers, and Carice Cash, still at large.
So what do they think are they saying why they think they abducted him?
No, this is all that
That story sounded kind of sus when we started reading.
when we were following it.
Yes, it just didn't sound right
Yeah, so
because he was in
look like
a
a
liquor
Patrick store or
store
something.
and all this, and
Yeah, so
it gave me vibes of he was going to meet somebody. You know how they do them online things and go and meet people and stuff like that, and it was a setup. That's what it sounded like to me. But I don't know who am I.
yeah,
That's just my
so they
suspicion.
looking for the other three people, but that's what's going on.
Hopefully their family gets some kind of closure. I hope he's not dead.
Me too.
And if it was a abduction or whatever, I hope they get him back.
Yeah,
People doing crazy things.
I mean, and it's crazy that so many people. I mean, I literally have never seen so much going on in news as we do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, crimes,
Yeah, crime.
heinous crimes. You hear about that on Law and Order. I don't even have to watch Law and Order no more.
Yeah, you don't. Because I mean, a lot of stuff you can't even
It's crazy.
put your head around no more.
Well, in other news, the Georgia teen received 70 years in prison for defending himself at Walmart.
70,
70 years.
he got to fighting at Walmart.
Well, the case it's a widespread case, and the community is upset. And the news said that the teenager and another individual were taken into custody last April in relation to a fatal shooting at Walmart in Fayetteville. Jenkins, 17, was charged with shooting, killing 19-year-old and in March 29. Time Jenkins worked at the store, and the vehicle was later discovered abandoned in early April. However, that he argued at work.